Everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're doing another coaching session. This is patch 10.10, and it's going to be a Lulu support. So special thanks to King of Spades for donating for this game. If you'd like to get a coaching session yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com or stop by the stream, The Strategy Professor on YouTube. Usually start around 11 p.m., go till 4 a.m. every night, Eastern Standard Time. NA, come check it out. And if you want to watch more coaching sessions, just check out the link in the description. It'll have a playlist over 200 coaching sessions on it. You can flip through, find your favorite ones. And if you like a coaching session yourself, it's just $25 if you're not a channel member. If you are a channel member, then it's just $20. You can become a member by either clicking that join button on YouTube. Just it's $5 a month, helps support the channel. It's like a Twitch sub. Or you can use the PayPal link in the description as well. You prefer that. Oh, you're the Rakan. Oh, Rakan. Okay. Sorry, this is a Rakan video. I'm not going to redo that intro. It's Rakan. I'll have the thumbnail. Okay. Got it. Okay, so not much difference going on early on. Just safe clearing. It's good. Neither team has a great level 1. Alright, Guardian, Relic Shield. Rammus is probably starting bottom. I mean, you got to be a little aware of a cheese gank at like 145 or something. But other than that, you're probably not going to see Rammus until like 4 minutes or so you kind of have free reign to get aggressive early. Now, Rammus is really obnoxious, as I'm sure you know, for Rakan to deal with because of his taunt. I'm not sure what your which secondaries you took here, but I would do the, especially against Lulu and Rakan, I would have done Tenacity runes. Definitely the, forgot what it's called, but at the bottom of the green tree, the Tenacity one instead of Revitalize. 100% do that. And then consider doing Presence of Mind and Tenacity Hunter. Or you can still do Ulti Hunter if you want to go Merc Treads, which is probably fine. They do have an Azir, so you get some value out of that magic resist. So yeah, maybe just keep the like Ghost Poro Ulti Hunter, then just get Merc Treads and have the let's forget the name of it, the Tenacity one. Unflinching, yeah, there we go. Sammy's got me. Chat, and I am live streaming this as well, so you might well, it's a replay, but I'm streaming it live on the channel. I can do live or replays. I prefer replays just because then you get to choose the game to make sure it's a quality game. You're playing the champion you want. No one's running it down mid, all that stuff. But I can do a live session if someone prefers that. We can just do a screen capture on Discord. If you have a camera, or I guess you don't even need a camera. Just do a screen cap via Discord. I don't do that. I haven't done that often, but sometimes people like the live decision making. You also can't go back and like look at stuff again if it's live, but okay. That's really bad by Rammus or by Nunu. You can't invade like that. You don't have bot side priority and you just wasted his flash too. It's rough. Y'all were backed. You did the correct thing. Yeah, maybe don't question mark him. I know, I would feel the same frustration. I'd be like, what are you doing, you clown? But try not to question mark just because if you're really trying to win, just because it could tilt people. So I feel you. I feel the same way about that. I think that was really stupid, but you know, an ideal situation is don't question mark him. Now, if I was on a 10-game loss streak or something, I might question mark him too. But technically, you should not do that to maximize your chances of winning. guess the bead does help out some against poke. I would not have gone refillable and bead. I think that's too much. I would have just gotten like a cloth armor instead of that. But Ezreal will use his thing first. Let him use his dash and then... Okay, there you go. Nice. Good prediction. Perfect. Yeah, becoming a flamer. Well, if you're playing jungle, I swear jungle is, like... You get the most toxicity pointed towards you as the jungle, like, by far. A whole different ballgame from support. Most people won't be toxic to you as support. Sometimes, if you make like some really bad decisions, but a lot of people honestly just aren't even paying attention to the support. The jungler has like the biggest spotlight on him. So, you know, I find myself wanting to be a bit more inflammatory at times when I'm playing jungle than I am as support. Because jungle is just so misunderstood, and it just gets blamed for everything. Yeah, he overstayed. Probably gonna die. Maybe Nunu cleans it up, but that's unfortunate. That's true. That's true. Like I'm saying, I'm not a saint either. You know, I get frustrated too. I'm just telling you for the record, that's what should happen, although I share your sentiment. Okay, here comes Nunu. Alright. Yeah, right there. Get that Lulu. Oh, you got her. W. Nice. Okay, Nunu should be able to clean this up. Yeah, get him. Nice. So Azir's getting pretty fed. Definitely want the mercs. Rammus could come rolling up, but Azir's not there either. I was canonized last week. I even mute pings sometimes as jungler. Not like automatically mute all pings, but if someone pings me for something stupid as a jungler, I'm just mute him. Okay, yeah. Go. Don't wait on the wave, just go. He's gonna back. That's the issue, is he's low mana. He really wants to back. I think you could have gone like 5 seconds earlier. Yeah, it's a little offsides with the wave, but I would have done it. I think it was good to look for it. Oh, he actually didn't back. He just was really safe. They may have something in here warded. Like, sometimes if you're rolling up, you just gotta go. Because sometimes, even if it's warded, I don't know what elo bracket this is, but even in, like, low diamond sometimes, even if it's warded and you just run straight through it, they won't notice you for a couple of seconds, and you can still get there in time. But I think sometimes people make the mistake of just assuming that that a gank's not gonna work just because it's warded, when in fact, a lot of times it still works, because people just don't watch the wards close enough. To just let them back off first, and then you can go back and, you know, look for wards or whatever. But anyways, okay, what are we... Oh, you're going for either Shirelia's or Redemption first? I probably would still start with Zeke's. Zeke's just helps out so much with running people down a lot, because of that slow field. I don't think you really have a problem getting on them either. Like, I do like Shirelia's, I'm just not sure if first item. You can actually, if you just full mute everybody, well, I guess to take off the pings, you maybe full mute. But you can permanently disable allied chat with the tab button. That's what I do. And then if I need to say something, I can turn it back on. Doesn't have a dragon timer, but it's up in less than a minute. Probably like 30 seconds. Okay, 40 seconds. Okay, Umbral. It's gonna help with vision. Gold 2, okay. You might want to consider boots too before you complete your first item. I don't know. It depends. That's the wrong way, Nunu. He should have gone around where the ward was. Rammus is there. Yeah, that was a catastrophe. I don't know why he didn't just wrap around. Like, why don't... I mean, you know it. None of this is warded. I don't know. That's not your fault. That's just huge blunder from Nunu. Finite Twink? What? Oh, Infinite Twink. Okay. So what I would have done... No, you're not gonna make it out there. I wouldn't have used the W. Because he's gonna knock you out of that W anyways a lot of times. So what I would have done instead... let me pull that up. It's just walk up. I think you're right to block that, probably. Just walk up, body block it, and then use your W afterwards to get out. Just walk up, body block this, and then W. Because, like, I guess you were trying to W and then E over to him, but then he was too far away. So that's why I would have just kept... Because, like, knocking him up's not going to do that much. I guess if you knock him up and then you can E away to Varus before he taunts you, maybe... Because you did get to finish your animation. You did clip him before he technically ran into you. Yeah, maybe that way's fine. It just didn't work out with Varus. I guess that's alright. Or if you do want to do that, maybe wait until he gets closer to Varus. Like, just walk down here a little bit more. And then at the very last minute, like, W him here instead of here. And then that way... it's more likely you're going to be close to Varus. In an ideal world, Varus would have let you jump to him, but... maybe wait a little bit on the knockup, or just body block him and just hold on to your W. What's up? Trying to put down some more vision. Okay, good knock up. Ooh. Oh my god. That was real scary. You know, Mikhail's may not be that... maybe you can go, like, Redemption Mikhail's here, because you do get a lot of value off of Mikhail's on Redemption, and a Mikhail's would help you cleanse the Rammus taunt on somebody else. So maybe you go for that. I would definitely get Mercs here instead of mobility boots. Is the huge problem is going to be the Rammus this game. As far as, like, just CC chaining you. Yeah, maybe I would do that. Just, like, Redemption into Mikhail's. You're gonna be squishier, but... Mikhail's is a really nice answer to Rammus's taunt if he taunts somebody else. If he taunts you, it's not going to help. But, like, you could just let him taunt, like, Yasuo there and just cleanse him with Mikhail's. Oof. Yeah, I really think mobility is kind of a place where you don't want to be now after the nerfs. I think if you want that type of thing, if you do want more speed, like maybe swiftness. I've seen some people doing swiftness because at least then you get some slow resist. And that allows you to have that movement speed while in combat. Okay, there's his flash. And having that speed in combat is obviously going to be really good for hitting more people with your ult and all that good stuff. Renekton's doing alright top. Okay, there you go. Kind of move back and forth, make sure you're getting that experience. Okay. You could maybe go on the Lulu. Okay, yeah, just wait on Yasuo. They just saw him on a ward at Dragon. Make sure you ping that if he didn't. If you saw it and he didn't. There's a control ward in the Dragon pit. Does he see it? Okay, he sees it. He's trying way too hard on this gank. He needs to just go back middle. And we don't know. Azir's probably going top. Be my guess. He could be coming bottom. He's somewhere. He's not middle because he got priority. I mean, I guess he could just be taking it back too. I'm not sure if rotating there is correct because your tower's so low bottom. Let me see. Yeah, I would have probably stayed just because the tower is so low. Like, you don't know where Azir is, so you don't really know, like, if it's even worth roaming middle right now. You don't have any vision, so I would not go that way. If you did want to leave for a little bit, I would have just dropped some wards in their jungle. Just kind of stay close by. Just because there's no guarantee that you're going to find anything worthwhile. Y'all might be able to turn this around, but just without knowing where they are. That did end up working out. At least it looks like it should work out. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. The tilter. Okay, it did not work out. Feels like they should have been able to do a bit more for you there, but... Alright, what are we getting? Redemption, Shirelia's. I do like Shirelia's, like I said. I'm just not sure this is the place. I feel like getting on them is not the problem. Like, Shirelia's is really good if, you know, you have a bunch of meatballs and the problem is getting them in there. You know, like a Darius or a Set or something like that. And if you're kind of, like, actively running around making picks, like, I can see that item being pretty good early on. But y'all are kind of on the defense. You know, you're a little bit behind. You don't have the map pressure they have. They're up a tower. I think the bigger issue right now, the biggest issue is Rammus and his taunt is the biggest deal. So I would be thinking about a Mikhail's. And if you're going to get a Mikhail's, my thought process is Redemption. Because Redemption just scales so well with it. And also, that does give you some semi-global pressure, too, where you can, like, throw a Redemption, you know, mid lane to help the Yasuo win a fight. So I probably would have been looking at Redemption there. The main thing is just get something to deal with Rammus. Either you got to get a QSS and body block him, and then cleanse it, which is kind of a waste. That's 1,300 gold with no team value. Or get a Mikhail's and let him taunt somebody else and then cleanse him. Mikhail's is incidentally pretty good against Lulu too, and her polymorph. Promote normals for YOLOing. Yeah. You know, that's the thing we were talking about earlier with, you know, changes to Riot's disciplinary policy. Okay. Nice. Good patience on the W. It's like, should people be able to play stuff they don't have a ton of experience on in ranked? It's like, I think Dota, there might be some games where you have to play like a minimum 10 games on a champ in normal before you can play it in ranked. I would support something like that. But I just don't know. That can just kind of be, it feels bad. People like to be able to first time, or just like play whatever they want, you know, see something cool in an all caps video, and just go play it in ranked, you know. And like, that's bad for individual games, but oh, let me reset this. But that does make League fun and interesting on a grand scale. Oh god, Yasuo high. Yeah, we did kill the Azir. If y'all win this, you gotta obviously disengage from Baron. I guess getting a couple of kills. Okay, nice. That's a good W. Did get a kill trade. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with him there. What do I think about Void Boy's video? Yeah, for y'all, Duck is our dedicated troll. Chap. Oh, I'm like sitting here clicking on the shop. I would get a Mikhail's here. It looks like you're gonna go Redemption, but under normal circumstances, I would do it. I just think that Rammus is like code red Mikhail's, because like, Rammus is basically worthless if you cleanse his taunt. Like, it's pretty close to worthless. I just give him that. Give him that. Y'all can't fight this. It's 3v5. It's just a water Drake. I think y'all are trying too hard on this one. Yeah, it's not worth. You got to look at the mini, and sometimes you just got to give stuff up, you know, if your team's out of position, if there are two people in the base for whatever reason. You know, if that was Dragon's Soul, it's not accurately showing how many dragons they have, actually. Because they just got that one, right? Or did they... Yeah, they got it. I think, right? Yeah. It's not showing me how many dragons they have, but there's no way it's Soul. I'm pretty sure it's not Soul. So unless that's Soul, I think you just got to give that up. And it sucks, but sometimes the best thing you can hope for is just don't give them kills. Because y'all dying there also just gave them Baron. Like 3 kills plus Baron. Whereas if you just left it alone, all they get is a dragon. It sucks, but you just reset and it's fine. Patrolling. But yeah, I guess after stream, I'll just go ahead and make a response to that video. I need to do a Kiana guide and other stuff too. Yeah, this is just a really weird situation. The thing about Rakan is, you know, he's so flexible. You can build so many different things on him. And this is just one of those situations where a Mikhail's within your first 2 items is probably what you want. There aren't many champs like that where it's like you gotta have something against that, but I think Rammus is definitely one of them. Because you don't have any way to peel him without eating without eating the stun yourself, the taunt yourself. You can't really dodge it, you know, like with Ashe, you know, Ashe arrow and stuff like that, you can kind of dodge that. With Leona, you can kind of play around that to some extent. Like Mikhail's is good against them, but oh, nice. Okay, it's good. And that sucks. You didn't get anybody for that. That Lulu is just like causing some big issues. All right.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Going up quick. Or something in my mouth. Alright, so Dragon's up. Don't know how many they have. Is it not? Yeah, usually it would say, I don't know how many they have. Y'all can probably take a look at this. That Azir is massive right now. Yeah. I would have gone for that. Okay, you can still do it. About to say, see if you can get in there and get the Azir. Jeez. At this point, this is going to be really difficult to deal with. They just have such a nasty team fight. Like, even if you engage, Azir can disengage with his wall. You don't kill him instantly. And the Wukong. It'll be tough. Okay, so that's probably like their second or third dragon. Huh. And Varus is not going to be good at team fights. That's the problem with this lethality Varus that everybody likes so much. Like, it's good poke, but in a team fight where he just actually has to auto a lot, it's really bad. Like, no attack speed, no on-hit damage. No Hurricane. You don't have any other poke that, like, goes with his poke. I think lethality Varus can be good, but it's just like early game. I think it's kind of overrated. I still think that like Bork Hurricane is just gonna be way better. In the late game team fights at least. So I really don't know. I mean, I guess you got to try to pick people off. Difficult to pick Rammus off. Difficult to pick Wukong off. Probably a little far. Yeah, that's just too much. That's too much. Yeah, they're... I mean, I know it's like you guys do need picks, but that's a little much. I mean, to be fair, like I said, it's going to be extremely difficult for y'all to win this because you don't have a split push advantage. Wukong can beat Renekton. Rammus obviously rotates really quickly. Um, I mean, if it's like if you can pick Azir, it's just like Lulu's gonna make it extremely difficult to pick anyone off here. Her ult, her polymorph. I think you had chances earlier in the game, maybe. I mean, I think you played really solid overall. It's difficult to say, other than getting Mercury Tread, just the items, the stuff we talked about. Just getting in Mikhail's early and just trying to shut down the Rammus. Because the Rammus really got him going early, got a lot of kills, kind of won every lane for him. Now it's just like the Azir is just out of control. He's got a really good supporting cast. Oh, okay, that's it. I mean, he's probably gonna get you here, but he got a little cocky with that move. Yeah, so I guess Mikhail's redemption and then maybe like an Athene's or something. Third, I mean, you could go Ardent Censor, but I mean, several of champs on your team. If you took Font of Life, maybe Ardent third. But I do think that like a Redemption Mikhail's as your first two would be really nice because that'd give you a lot of team fight healing with the Mikhail's, which would help out, and then or with the Redemption, which would help out, and then the Mikhail's cleansing the Rammus would be really huge. And outside of that, other than some of those micro decisions like stuffing the Rammus too early and not being within E range of Varus, although a lot of that's Varus' fault too. You could have set that up a little bit better. Or whatever. Oh, that roam. Yeah, where you try to just roam middle. That was a big one. Where you roamed around the river up to mid when you had no idea where Azir was. I think it was just too low probability that something good's going to happen there. You did eventually find him and catch him out, and you had a chance for a decent play at the blue, but I think that was just kind of circumstantial. It did end up going poorly, but even if it went well, I think it was probably a bad roam. I would have just stayed bottom and finished up that tower because it was so low and Ezreal wasn't there at the time. And I think you could have just cleaned up that tower. Or if you did want to roam a little bit more, at least go up the river and like drop some wards just so you get more vision. That was kind of rough. The one of the really big plays was the dragon as well, where y'all tried to contest dragon as 3 people, 3v5, because you knew that the Varus and the Renekton were in the base. Renekton doesn't have TP. And it's just a little water drake. I mean, it's nice, but they've nerfed the individual drakes so much that you can give people 1 or 2 drakes, and it's not like a huge deal. I mean, drakes are nice. They still give you probably like, I don't remember what the exact gold amount is. Probably like maybe 700 to 1,000 gold value off of a drake, depending on circumstances. But that was really the big thing, because that gave them 3 kills, and then they got a Baron off of that, and then they got towers and all that stuff off of Baron. So I think that was the big play that was problematic. What's my main build on Rakan? Asks psychotic, psychotic, a little O on it. It varies a lot. I mean, I guess the standard build, if it was in the dark and you were pushing me like, hey, which build do you get? Probably like Zeke's into Shirelia's, but it's just very circumstantial. I think Zeke's is usually, under most circumstances, a really good buy. It just has like some light tankiness early on, which is nice. It gives extra physical damage to an 80 damage dealer. Could be your 80 carry, could be anyone else on your team that you target with that. But the big thing is that slow. Whenever you go in and you touch somebody with your Ice Storm, and someone else has auto attack that person, then it applies a 3-second 40% slow that gets refreshed when they're in your radius for 10 seconds, and you do extra damage as well when you stay close to them. But just that extra like stickiness whenever you're going in just to slow people, even if you run back out, just applying that huge slow to people is just massive, and that's why it's been a standard item on Rakan for a long time, because you can apply that slow to a ton of people on their team. And it just kind of gives you all the stats that Rakan wants early on. So I think that's why people start with Zeke's. If your 80 carry is doing really well and they're playing like some kind of on-hit champion, they have Hurricane, they have Gensu, something like that, like a Kaisa, Vayne, Twitch, things like that, and they have a few kills, you can get Ardent Sensor after that. And then that applies the on-hit from the Zeke's with the Ardent Sensor on-hit and the attack speed. So that can be really good. You're going to be a bit squishier there if you do that. You know, you can also go for the kind of healer build, like I mentioned, Mikhail's if you need that, or you know, like a Redemption. Sometimes Athenes. I haven't really liked Athenes a lot in the past, but if you already have Redemption, Athenes can be good. And that's typically what I'll get. Shirelia's is really good if you're like, primarily if you're ahead and you just want to be able to like hard engage, you know, and just run people down a lot. That can be pretty good. So I do like Shirelia's, but a lot of times I wouldn't necessarily run that first, although it can work. It works better if you have just like melees that need to get in there, right? So if you have something like a or even something like a Graves that just wants to stick to people, but like Darius, Set, Garen, you know, mid lane, things like Diana, Galio, stuff like that might warrant a Shirelia's earlier on, but he's very flexible, you know. If they have an assassin, you could even get Knight's Vow. You only get half the benefit out of it, but it still is pretty good if you just want something extra to help protect your team, or even something like a Locket is like a third or a fourth item. If they have a lot of like burst magic damage, like a Ziggs, a Rumble, something like that, then it could be pretty good, but I wouldn't get Locket early, but it can be good later. Anyways, that's going to be it for this coaching session. You have any more questions, definitely let me know. Psychotic, for everyone else, if you want to watch more coaching sessions, just look in the description. I'll have the links, over 200 videos in there. You can kind of flip through, find your favorite ones you're interested in learning. If you like coaching yourself, email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com, or stop by the stream, The Strategy Professor on YouTube. Usually starts around 11 p.m., goes till 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time most nights. But the stream's going to continue. That's it for the standalone video, and have a good day.